My colleague Abhishek Chaudhary has been riding the high seas, getting close to the disaster site to get us a ground report. He now joins me live from Mumbai. But before I go across to him, it was disaster on the high seas in broad daylight, and it seemed as if the ships were on a mission to collide. Why else then was every rule in the book flouted by the crew and the Mumbai port authorities? Sources tell headlines today that both ships were not using a harbour pilot, not using proper channels of communication for emergencies. It was morning, broad daylight, and the ships could have spotted each other and turned starboard as per rules. Equally important, what was the role of the vessel traffic management system, which failed completely?
The day had just begun at India's busiest port on Saturday. The time was 9:50 a.m. MS Chitra was on her way out of the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust. She had barely covered 5 nautical miles from the coast when she collided with MV Khalija 3, which was sailing towards the Mumbai Port Trust for berthing. The collision was so powerful that both the ships developed cracks. MSC Chitra, measuring 180 meters in length, tilted sharply under the impact. The result? 500 tons of oil spilled into the Arabian Sea, and a bigger threat looming large, with the MSC Chitra tilting more with every passing hour. It's a disaster of mammoth proportions, and there is no sign of arrest of the men responsible for this. An FIR has been lodged against the captains and crew members of both the ships, but no arrests have been made so far.
The point is the BPT has already filed an FIR with the Yellow Gate police station. I have discussed with the DCP. I've already told him to detain those captains. Also, maybe summons can be issued to the ship owners, because the accountability has to be fixed with the owners also.
A preliminary probe indicates that navigational error by the captains of the two ships could have led to the collision. The police has registered a case against the captains and crew members of both ships under Section 280, 336 and 427 of the Indian Penal Code for endangering life, causing destruction, and under Section 7, 8 and 9 of the Environment Act for causing damage to the environment. And not just the captains of the ships, the role of the vessel traffic management system in this collision is also being probed. The VTMS at the Jawaharlal Nehru port should have sent pilots to guide the ships. It should also have seen the ships on collision course on its radar and raised an alarm.
This, I think the real issue is the VTM, that is called the VTMS, the people to guide the passage of the ships. How this exact thing has happened has to be verified. I think that issue is probably the DG Shipping is doing the probe into the entire thing, and unless that is verified, what has caused this accident is something which has to be ascertained.
The focus right now is on saving Mumbai from an environmental disaster, but stringent action needs to be taken against the perpetrators, and soon. With Vidya in Mumbai, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.